That's what it would be like to be like a...
Ibanez!
Oh, man.
It's an Ibanez guitar. That's an Ibanez guitar. These are Ibanez guitars.
Have you just grown? Are you like 19 foot tall now? Or,
Yes.
Are these miniature-sized Ibanez RG guitars?
They're miniature-sized Ibanez RG guitars, and they absolutely shred. Because look, you can do things like ridiculous spans and all sorts of crazy stuff and bends. Because they are 22 inch.
22 and a half inch or something like that.
They
22
are.
inch. 22.2
Oh, all the twos.
inches.
3 ducks.
So I guess, what's the point of one of these? Now, I think it's been a long time coming, really, because for many, many years, young kids have been sort of, able to learn on half-size and three-quarter size acoustic guitars.
It's a 2-finger grip, this one.
It is a two-finger
2-finger halfway grip.
But there hasn't been a lot of sort of decent quality sort of three-quarter size or reduced size electric guitars. Even the models that have been available historically have been kind of cheap and cheerful and a bit nasty. So it's kind of cool now that Ibanez have just done like a proper reduced size electric guitar without sort of, trying to make it rubbishly cheap.
Yeah, man. It's made of bits like poplar for the body.
It's because it's so popular.
It's very popular wood. The neck is made from maple, as is the fretboard.
On yours, anyway, on the black and the white one, the neck is rosewood with shark tooth inlays. Have you got?
I've got the
dots.
dot inlays.
So you only get shark tooths if you go the black or the white one.
Yeah, but why would you not go for the pink? I mean, it's just the ultimate. Listen to the. Why would you not go pink all day, man?
Well, I mean the pink and the yellow kind of that is where it all started on this sort of RG stuff, right? I mean, it's very 80s, but very popular now. So these are. I can't really reinforce enough how proper these guitars are. I mean, you could as a sort of a full-sized grown-up. Who perhaps wanted a travel guitar, use one of these. But I think it's more likely that this will appeal to, kids that want to learn to play guitar. So here's a bit of advice for you parents. Generally speaking, I would say if you have an average height 12-year-old or upwards, then a full-size electric guitar is okay. Below the age of 12 and down to probably 7 or 8 years old, I would say this size is fine. Smaller than that, or younger than that, you're probably still in the kind of the ukulele kind of half-size Spanish guitar.
I wouldn't buy this for a kid. I'd buy this for me.
I know you would.
I'd take the neck off.
That's why.
Take the neck off, stick it in your bag, go on holiday. All the tones all day long.
Well, look, these are Ibanez's Infinity humbuckers. The switching is very, very simple. It's a three-way switch, basically. That's the neck pickup. This is both pickups. And this is the bridge pickup. You've got a tone and a volume control, so you've got a nice palette of loads of different sounds in there. If you have an amp with overdrive on it, you can... Or again, with the volume control, you can get in between crunchy tones. It's a lot of guitar.
It's a lot of guitar.
Except, of course, it isn't a lot of guitar, is it?
No.
It's a 3/4 of a guitar. I don't know, is it 3/4?
It's 3/4 of the price, 3/4 of the volumetric.
Yeah. I mean, a normal
requirement.
scale length guitar is about 25 inches, depending on the kind of guitar you got. So it's only, in reality, the neck's probably only about that much shorter. But, of course, the body size is reduced as well. So it's much lighter, much more comfortable for a smaller
Downside
person.
is it covers less of your gut.
Yeah, I mean, because there's guitar players like Nuno Bettencourt over the years have had their signature guitars built smaller to give the impression that they are in fact taller than they really are.
Just wanted to show off more of the six-pack.
And obviously you could take that to the sort of the ultimate extension with something like this, which you could just stand up with on these and look enormous.
Yes.
Now these come tuned to concert pitch, concert E tuning, which is normal, if you like, normal inverted commas. Quite often with shorter scale guitars, you do seem to have to tune them up higher than that, don't you, to sort of get the required tension. But
yeah,
I think this, because it's not that much shorter than a normal scale length, it feels perfectly fine.
Now, if you're a complete beginner buying this guitar, it's probably worth saying these are made in China, and sometimes with, not always, but sometimes with guitars that you find made in the affordable Far East, you'll find little tiny flaws and things that might not be 100% spot on. For example, there's a lot of wraps around the post with the strings. I mean, all of the wraps around the post. And so it took me a while to stretch the strings and get them in tune.
Yeah, I mean that, because obviously a normal string would be like this long, wouldn't it? So
well, but normally you cut it off and just do the regular wraps around the post, and then you're fine. But they didn't do that in the factory. So there's every wrap around the post. So just give it a really good stretch if you're a complete beginner, and then you should be fine.
Yeah.
And
That's insane. I should say as well, again, in the UK, it's kind of like, it has been a fairly typical thing for parents to do, which to say to sort of, their young kids that want to play, oh no, you've got to learn to play on the acoustic guitar first.
No!
And it's like, why?
No.
Because the acoustic guitar's harder. It's like, why make someone learn on an instrument that's harder to play? Why not just give them a nice, easy to play
And even
instrument?
aside from the physical, requirements to play acoustic or electric, I would say, as a guy that taught guitar professionally for years, I would say give the kid what they're excited about playing. Because if they haven't got that fire to play guitar, they're just going to put it down.
Yeah.
So if they want that bright pink, tiny little Ibanez, get them the bright pink, tiny Ibanez.
Yeah, and I can only really concur again. I mean, that's one of the good things about, I think, education in schools now. Back when I first started selling guitars, for every 10 guitars that we sold to a beginner, you knew that 9 of them wouldn't be playing in 3 months' time. And a big part of that was that they'd be all excited about, their favourite band, and, back then it was people like Oasis.
Oh, they
and
can't make the sound.
And then, and they go along to their guitar teacher and go, oh, please learn me how to play guitar. And he would go, well, here are the notes to Green Sleeves. And, and the kid's like, you're kidding me, aren't you? I want to learn to play.
Yeah, what it should be is, I want to learn Slayer. And you get the notes to Slayer.
But even, most guitar teachers now and schools and everything are much more aware of how important it is to get kids excited about playing the guitar right from the very, very first lesson by playing tunes that they can relate to. So there we go, look. These are called the Mikro series, and it's Mikro with a K, so M-I-K-R-O.
Can I also say that there's something really cool about the scale length? I don't know what it is, but it makes the picking much faster. It's just because the way the string is responding. There's something that makes it
You like it?
much easier to...
The frets are closer together than they would be on a normal guitar, because they've managed to still cram sort of 24 frets into the shorter scale length, so they are narrower. But it's great for small hands, great for small people, great for big people that just want to look kind of bigger.
Honestly, if you want to sit down in your living room and just be like... proper shred it up, neoclassical style. That kind of stuff. And just enjoy playing a bit of guitar on an easy play
certainly
guitar.
For me, Squire do like a mini version of their Strat, which is £99, which is kind of more typically the sort of money that you'd expect to pay for a 3/4 size electric guitar.
Yeah.
But the problem is at £99 is it's just not a great guitar.
Well,
these are £169, so they're a little bit more
you know,
money.
fam going to go out, scallop these, put a war pig in them,
guitar,
and tune it down.
Look, even I said all the details nice with the the string retainers at the back, the sort of slightly recessed heel. Just a really nicely put together proper.
Should we have a quick? Let's play some blues licks behind our head, one at a time.
I'm gonna go to the black guitar because black is darker. Might sound different.
Black is darker.
It's like dark face.
That's great.
We've never played guitar.
Have a go at playing lead behind your head.
I can't do it.
Have a go. It's great.
So let's jam out. As I said, these are called the RG Micro series. I should say as well, if you've got 2 kids and they want to form their own little band, Ibanez also do a bass version in the Micro series, which I will put a picture of on the screen now. Kapow! And put some links in the description section underneath as to where you can find
and if you're
out
having a
more
little
about them.
girl, don't just buy the pink one because it's pink.
No.
Pink for boys or girls, man.
Whichever.
Non-binary community.
Non-binary. Trans-variant. Kapow! Pow!
This is Rory from the UK. Tell me about Rory.
So he edits videos. Rory's awesome.
Yeah!